Fuck it. We're back. This is Panda Goblin getting raw about Monday night. Alright. This is what the series is going to be. This is episode 1. Told you guys it was going to be consistent. Consistency starts right now. I got home from work like an hour ago. I know I don't look the best. I'm tired as hell. But consistency, right? So, we're going to get straight into it. Cena comes out. Half people love him still. Half people fucking hate him. I don't know how you can actually sincerely hate what Cena's become. Even if it isn't, the heel turn hasn't been the best. I can admit that. It hasn't been the most exciting for what you would expect out of John Cena going heel. You've waited how long? Everyone's rumored it, thought it could happen, and then it finally happens. 2025, his last year. Pretty underwhelming. But a friend of mine brought up a good point. So far, every promo he's been involved in, it kind of just seems like he acknowledges, like he realizes he fucked up by selling out. And I mean, if you like watching it personally, it looks like a little kid like getting scolded by his parent because he got caught. It's like, damn, bro, like I should have just not done it, and then I never would have to deal with this. But regardless of that, this promo with Punk, 12-year-old me was jumping with joy, bro. Another match I've been waiting for since Punk ran away, since he was able to escape the demon that was Vince McMahon. I've wanted this just one more time. Make it happen for a championship, and we finally get it. Cena versus Punk, Night of Champions. It's Punk. I don't even know. I don't know how to describe it. Like, there's not even any argument to make for how that should be good. And the fact that Punk, it's a total swap now. It's a complete swap. The last time they ran it up for a title, Punk wanted to take it and run away. Cena literally plans on doing the same thing. And Punk has to be the one defending the people now. It's a pretty crazy swapperoo around. It's like insane. It's really insane. But that goes back so far that it's been implanted in your head. If you know that, you know this is gonna be great. And then just when we thought it couldn't get better, we get the Yankees reference. Is he a Yankee or a Red Sox? And I mean, that had little me freaking all excited. Like, bro, it's true. Cena, Punk called him the Yankees all the time. He said he was the Yankees. And now here we are. Cena has sincerely become the Yankees, so to say. So, what do we get? What type of John Cena do we get with the last few days that we have? It's a little scary, but promising. But oh man, and then if that match anticipation couldn't even be better for the fact that it's a title match, and then you have Rollins coming out. Mr. Money in the Bank, two-time Money in the Bank winner, and he's back. He's a threat. He pulled off the heist of the century in pro wrestling. And now this dude holds that same contract again. That's a scary thing to have to face. If you're John Cena, you know that dude's always got that there. And he's got his little goons running around. He's got Braun Breaker and freaking Bronson Reed running around. He's got goons, bro. He's got goons. Something else is getting added to that stable. That's going to be a bigger group, and that will be an issue, like Rollins says. He's going to make that a problem for Monday Night Raw. Yeah, we got Mr. Money in the Bank ready to cash in whenever he sees is the right opportunity, which it's Rollins. He's going to see the right opportunity. Yeah. So that's pretty much it. That's part 1. We'll knock that off the list. Styles beats Gable. I didn't get to see too much of the match. I was busy getting ready for work earlier, but it's Gable. It's Styles. It was a great match. I thought they should have had a lot more time, but a little more time would have been fun to watch. It's one of those matches where it's just fun to see it happen. It's just, they're great working together. Styles is definitely starting to hate Gable, though. He's starting to think he's convinced, I'm pretty sure, that Gable's El Grande Americano, which is an absolutely insane thought. But I think there might possibly be a little more that they pull off with that Gable versus Styles beef going on right now. As of right now, it seems kind of just dead. They just have 2 big names that they really got to take care of. They got to make sure they're getting their action in. No, I'm okay with that. We get a big-ass commercial break, of course. And then we get Becky comes out, cuts her promo on winning the IC title from Lyra Saturday night. She comes out, brags, says that what happened was when Lyra shook her hand and raised it, she hurt her shoulder, so she wanted to do it again. Something like that. I don't know. It's Becky. I used to love Becky. Definitely one of the horsewomen of pro wrestling. One of the horsewomen of WWE. But For the longest, I was so burnt out on it. I was so tired of Becky, bro. It was the most boring shit ever. It felt like such a this is the character that I have to be to make sure that I look like a strong character. And it's like, bro, just be you. You were cool when you were just you. You were like, your character was you, your gimmick was you, and that's why we liked you. Now you like having to be the cool guy, having to be the hard guy. It's like, this doesn't work. But this Hill version of Becky, having to be that tough person, it's cooking. And I mean, it's not the best promos, I wouldn't say, not the worst, definitely not the worst. But definitely coming back around to being a Becky fan with this little Hill run that she's got going on. But yeah, Becky runs her mouth. Lyra comes out. She's ready to fight, obviously. She wants that belt back. Sure enough, for whatever reason, Triple H just likes to sprinkle these other parties in. Bayley ambushes Becky. What was that? Lyra wasn't even in on it. This was like, what are we doing? What are we actually doing? Bayley, Becky, yeah, it's a great match. I'm not trying to see another triple threat for a title, though. I want to see like a great feud, a one-on-one. It makes it more fun, especially in the women's division. Those Lyra and Becky could definitely have an even greater feud than what they got going on. Off of 3 matches, they put on 3 bangers. They could definitely keep doing better. But regardless, Bayley comes out, attacks Becky. Becky flees into the crowd, I believe. I don't remember it exactly. I'm almost 100% sure it's the crowd. Becky runs off. And yeah. Skip that. We go back on to another commercial break, of course. And then we get the Women's Queen of the Ring. I didn't get to watch that one at all, in all honesty. I really walked back in my room. Roxanne's rolling up for a pin. Gets the win. Saves Liv Morgan, but steals the win for the Queen of the Ring. That is going to be some more issues in the Judgment Day Clubhouse, which it then proves to be later on in the night. You see an interaction between Roxanne and Liv in the clubhouse, and it's the guys in the clubhouse congratulating Roxanne on the win. Dom doesn't want to give up too much. He doesn't want to say that she did good because he knows she's Liv's little toy, you know? But he slips up. He says, oh, it was good. And sure enough, Liv comes right around. You do not want to be caught there, Dom. You should have learned with Rhea, dog. Should have learned with Rhea. But we got some stuff brewing in the Judgment Day Clubhouse. One thing I have noticed with that, I don't know if anyone else has, almost every time that I see Dom and Finn interact with each other, Finn's little shoulder taps, his little taps are all on Dom's belt. They all, almost all the time, I'm going to be out there. You got this. And he's tapping Dom's belt. And then Finn will walk away and Dom will look down at it. And it looks a little, I don't know, man. We need Demon King back. Oh, man. Pre-injury Finn. What could have been. Oh, man. But, yeah. Judgment Day Clubhouse. Looking a little shaky. I think we get Finn going on. I think we get Finn either breaking off on his own, or I think he steals Liv from Dom. I think that's a very, very decent possibility of him doing that. But, yeah. Judgment Day House, not looking too good. And then, sure enough, we got a segment between Michael Cole and Wade Barrett on commentary. Middle of the commentary, interrupted by who? A masked person who jumps up on the table. Hoodie comes off, mask comes off. Ron Killings. I say Ron Killings because it is no longer our truth. The truth has been set free. He is the truth. He knows the truth. He's nothing but the truth. Now put some respect on it. Ron Killings is here. And this is a new version of this man that you never would have ever thought would be possible. He's still in the game at this point in his career. He might be the undeniable GOAT. He might have to be the one to take it off of Cena, bro. R-Truth, Ron Killings, whatever you want to call him, K-Crush, that is a GOAT. From the beginning of his career to the end of his career, whenever that ends, he is a GOAT. Second he pulled the scissors out, oh my god, heartbreaking. I was like, no. He started saying if we see him like a sideshow, and I was like, no way, that's the way they see him in the company. That must be it. That must be all that they thought backstage, that he was just a little clown show for them. But I remember seeing Truth feuding with Cena, feuding with The Miz over breaking up the tag team. Nothing crazy. I remember him teaming up with Miz and having a beef with Triple H because they freaking were in Hell in a Cell. Like, R-Truth has just always been there in the history. And for that to kind of seem like it might be what was going on backstage with them letting him go is he's just a sideshow. He's just a side act. It's pretty fucked up. That is definitely infuriating. So I'm hoping Ron Killings is here, and this is a serious Ron Killings, and it's going to be a fucking threat. And the dude's still so good in the ring. He can still fucking move in the ring. It's crazy. It's actually crazy. Yeah, we get Ron Killings sets himself free, cuts off the long gloved hair. Oh, that was heartbreaking. Oh, I don't even want to remember seeing it. Oh, but we got Ron Killings. He's awakened. He has been set free. We skip past that. We'll stumble into King of the Ring. This, I heard they had Gunther versus Jay. I didn't know that was going on. I knew it was going on, but I didn't realize it was Monday Night Tonight until today when I started watching Raw. I wasn't too hyped about that. I saw this lineup for the King of the Ring, and I was pretty excited. Sammy, Braun, Dom, Penta. Great match. Like, everything about that match, I wouldn't say everything necessarily, but it's good names, great people in the ring, great people on the mic. So no matter who wins, no matter who loses, you know there's something that can be branched off from that. Dom gets pinned by Sammy. We had bodies flying everywhere. I loved that. I think it was Penta, I think, Dolphin Dives. I think it started with Penta. I know it ended with Braun. And I was just like, bro, like, it started with Dom. It started with Dominic. He thought he was good, and then Braun clears him out. And it's just like, holy crap. These dudes do this every other night, pretty much. They go on the road and they just do this shit for the love of the sport. They know what they're doing. It's insane. But great match. Sammy pins Dom. Breaker takes out Penta on the outside of the ring with that super spear. He runs around the ring and hits that super spear. I don't know what the fuck it's called. I just call it that super spear. But takes him out. As soon as he gets all amped up, LA Knight from wherever the fuck he came from just comes in, boots Braun to the gut, hits him with a finisher. And LA Knight's kind of just off. And then Sammy and Dom left in the ring. Sammy picks up the win on Dom with a simple win. You know, Sammy. Of course, Sammy's beating Dom. But Sammy advances to semifinals. Personally, I'm not going to say I'm mad that Sammy won, but I don't think Sammy needed it. I think with everything that's gone on in his past matches so far, Penta should have been the person getting that win. I think he started on Netflix. Like, his debut was on the Raw Netflix debut. Like, you know this guy is beloved. Like, everyone wants to see this. Why is he not being pushed yet? We're getting all these other people being pushed, all these, like, people that are failing pretty much because they're just not hitting the right marks. You're throwing them in the wrong spots. And then someone like Penta who can fucking hit. King of the Ring? I want to see Penta in the King of the Ring. I want to see him in the finals. We get Sammy. Sammy should cook, but I definitely think there's a better option. The only thing I wish they could have done better about the King of the Ring, I don't know if this is in the lineup. Maybe it's possible. I'm unaware. But if they got Karrion Kross into the King of the Ring, and him and Sammy had to cross paths, oh man, I'd be real excited anticipating that match. But regardless, Sammy wins. He advances. He's going to semifinals for King of the Ring. And yeah, disappointment in Penta, Braun, and Dom. So we get that match, and then we got Nikki. Everyone loved her. I'm not gonna say I hate her, but definitely not a oh my god, she's back. At least not for me personally. It was cool seeing her back. Nikki Bella is definitely an OG. If she came back with Brie, that would have been insane. Bring back Brie Bella with you, bro. How you gonna be the Bella twins and only come back by yourself, bro? Either way, we get Bella come out. She starts naming off some of the greats that make the sport great, the women's division. In the middle of that, Liv doesn't like the fact that Bella's out there naming off legends in the sport. Just skips right over Liv Morgan. They exchange some words. Nikki Bella does kind of flame the shit out of Liv. Yeah, kind of wins the war of words, goes to hop out of the ring, and on her way out, I think Nikki Bella wins on the war of words, but Liv kind of wins on the insult and the jabs and like knowing how to get in there character wise, because as Nikki Bella's headed out, she's on the apron and Liv sits her with the "all you'll ever be is a reality show diva." A diva, a term that we've moved away from slowly, little by little, year by year. And the women's division, I think, sounds better than the diva division. The divas division sounds like, it really does kind of sound like a stupid name. It sounds like you're taking away so much credibility for what the fuck they do. These chicks have had ladder matches, steel cage matches, Hell in a Cell matches, table matches. Like, it's clear they can do just as much. Even if it was Lita and Trish back in the day, if they're calling that a divas match, what do you mean? These two badass chicks that's a match. That's a women's match. That's all that is. It's just a normal match with a woman in it. Not divas. These chicks are fucking crazy. But hits it with that, and Nikki Bella clearly didn't like it. Goes back in the ring. Those are fighting words, obviously. But the old head, she slips up, the young gun. Even if Liv's veteran, she's a little seasoned veteran in there, she's still the young gun. Hits it with that oblivion on her way in. She got caught lacking to the greatest extent. You can't let yourself get caught lacking like that, especially not with Liv Morgan. So, interested to see where that goes. If it's a feud, I don't really see how much they could do with it, seeing as to how they both kind of were in their own, not era or generations, but kind of their own time frames. They kind of were. When Brie is kind of fading out, Liv is definitely like blowing up and coming into the WWE. But interesting to see where that would go. Even if it means Bella's like a manager for someone that is going to challenge Liv or some shit. Whatever the hell they want to do with that. But Liv's obviously on a little pissant mode because she lost her match earlier in the day. So she's not Queen of the Ring. She's not a champ anymore. So she's definitely getting a little upset with where she's at. And then we get to the main event. The Ring General, Gunther. And main event, Jey Uso. He went to sleep. Jey Uso gets slept. Gets choked out. The crowd was shocked. You can literally hear the entire crowd go, "Oh!" the second he's out. And then you see people's hands on their heads. And I'm not happy Jey lost necessarily. I'm not happy at all that he lost. I think Jey's definitely earned the title. I've always been an Usos fan. So seeing him hold the title is definitely like nice to see. But I don't like the fact that he only has it because he's over. I'd like him to have it because he won multiple matches and seems like a credible threat. Not, oh, I fought my cousin and my brother. Now I'm gonna fight Gunther for the world champ. Like, what the shit? How did we skip those steps? How do we skip those steps? And I'm not saying cousin and brother in the same order, but in general, like how do we even get there? You know, there was no build up besides the fact that like he was willing to leave Roman, and then he still went back to Roman. I don't know, still weird, but regardless, Jey Uso having that title is definitely cool. Gunther winning it back, way cooler. That story is definitely cooking. But Gunther versus Jey. Gunther obviously wins, like I said. He gains the title. He's champ again. New champ, rather. And then I don't understand what it was. I don't know if maybe they just told Jey they would give him a little time for a title run backstage, like behind the curtains. The whole talk was like, you'll get this belt, but you're not going to hold it for too long. We're just going to give it to you for this amount of time, because he gives like a little speech at the end of the show, which I mean, sure, it could just be them sending Raw off the air and everything, but it's just a little strange that dude lost his match, loses his title, and then he even gets up and he says that he's got hella respect for Gunther, and like Gunther is one of the best. He knows how to do it in the ring. So, yeah, his kid's in the ring with him. He does a little heartfelt thing, telling the kids, you know, show a little love to your parents. Do the small things that you know you could do. Just do them, because it means more to them than you would think. And I feel like that goes for anybody. The small things you know you can do for another person, just do it. Just do it, bro. Saying excuse me when you're going to squeeze someone, bro, just say excuse me. You can still squeeze, just excuse me. Just a little, you know. For all you know, that person can have a shit day and want to punch you when you do it. But excuse me makes them, alright, shit, my bad. Either way, sweet little moment with Jey and his kid in the ring. That was cool. That's always cool. Anytime you get to see the kids know, like, they get to see the greatness that their parent is building. And then you know that they're going to be locked in on it. They're going to want everything to do with that themselves. But, yeah. Gunther wins back the title. And that's Raw. That's Monday Night Raw. That was Getting Raw about Monday night, episode 1. Let me know what you guys think. Favorite part of the show, comment. If you guys are actually watching this far in, comment. Let me know what your favorite part was. If there was a sign or some shit that you saw in there, I don't know. Literally anything, bro. Point out something about Raw. I'll go back and watch it. I'll find some time to do it. And I'll find what you're looking for, find what you're talking about. But yeah. Thanks for watching. Much love. Told you guys are going to be consistent. This is only episode 1. There's a whole lot more to come. I promise on my life. I'll either be seeing you guys Friday night or Saturday morning, maybe Sunday morning, depending on if I get busy this weekend. But there will be an episode for Friday Night SmackDown. So stay safe. Keep watching wrestling. Let me know everything you gotta fucking say. If you think what I said was stupid, let me know. We could have internet fights about wrestling, about two big sweaty men that are fake fighting each other. I'm fine with that. But let me know so we can do it. Have a good time. Have a good night. Have a good life. Stay safe, everyone. I love you guys. It's Panda Goblin 10K to the motherfucking top.